Hello, my name is Janie Capri, and I believe in experiencing life like you're living in a novel. So come with me to dress for some whimsical spring experiences.
If you'd like some inspiration for how to live your life like the main character, stick around by subscribing.
Now let's get into the video.
Spring is in the air, or at least it will be soon. And I think we all need a little bit of inspiration for what I think is the best time of year. I've put together some whimsical outfits for certain spring circumstances that any person may find themselves in, and perhaps may like to prepare in advance. Every whimsy-loving person must start their spring with a picnic, and I've selected a blue and white floral dress for the occasion. It's stretchy to make it comfortable to sit in the grass, and I absolutely adore the flowy neckline. I imagine on a warm spring day there will be a warm breeze, and so you definitely need a bandana to keep your hair in place. And aside from that, I've styled my hair in ringlet curls, which I feel like really matches the neckline. If you'd like to recreate this hairstyle, all you do is plop a ponytail on top of your head, curl each strand around the entire barrel, and then pin the curls to your head while they cool. I don't know about anyone else, but as I've gotten older, my hair no longer holds a curl, which is why I have to pin the curls to my head in the first place, but you do what you have to do. This will be flat in about an hour. And now I feel like I'm ready to pack a sandwich and head to my local duck pond to enjoy the warmer weather. On a not so warm spring day, I may opt to do more of an indoor activity, and I love to visit my local bookstore. And to match the vibe of it, I've again selected a blue floral dress and this cute little white button-up to go over the top. To me, it gives the essence of a young librarian or Miss Honey, or in more broad terms, academia mixed with cottagecore. For my hair, I've contained my grown-out bangs and layers in a rope braid. To do this, you take 2 strands close to the top and front part of your head. Twist them together away from your face. Then after each twist, gather a little more hair. I found that if you gather the hair closest to the top of your head and gather sections going further back each time, it keeps the braid higher up versus drooping down by your ears. I've opted for curled pigtails, but you definitely don't need to curl your hair for this hairstyle. And that's it. I'm ready to go peruse my local bookstore while I wait for the weather to warm up a bit. This year, I have a goal to start a cottagecore flower garden, and that starts with some flower shopping. I imagine that this would happen on a warm spring day, so I have picked out a pretty pink skirt and a muted green tank top. I feel like it's giving Jane from Tarzan just a little bit. And to top it all off, I've styled it with this bun. Once I learned how to do this fluffy bun, I've never looked back. All you do is place a ponytail where you want it, split it into 2 strands, and tie a knot at the front and back of the pony. From there, you take your bobby pins and pin it where it will look good and keep the volume while still keeping it secure. And then we're ready to go flower shopping. And once we've finished flower shopping, it's time to go plant them. We'll need something that's ready to get dirty, or already is a little bit. I swear I've washed this shirt, it's just stained, but I love it too much to get rid of it. I've picked out my Lara Croft adventurer shorts, and of course my favorite punny t-shirt. The hair needs to be practical, so I've opted to twist my hair back into the rope braids again. You do this on both sides and secure with a ponytail. This also gives us more support in the actual pony. Then you'll take your chosen hair tie, pull everything up into one condensed ponytail, and from there you can pull, tug, and fluff until it looks right. Lots of volume as promised. It definitely won't be getting in the way of your gardening plans. And the last step is to find some gloves and some sturdy footwear. Now it's time for the ultimate childhood spring activity, puddle jumping. I don't particularly want to get rainwater on my outfit, so I've selected a pleated skirt, a plain knitted top, and a green stay/corset. I felt like this outfit would give me the mobility that I need to complete this activity. Again, we need a hairstyle that is practical. Start by twisting your face framing pieces on each side toward the back of your head. Grab some sort of clip to keep them in place and tie them together. Flip the mini pony that you've created towards your head and down into the loop. Then take 2 pieces that you've left out and pull them forward in front of the pony. Secure with a hair tie and flip. Continue taking pieces from the back and tying it at the front of the pony with a flip at the end until you have made a braid. As you go along, pull out pieces to create a fluffy, full look. But we of course cannot go puddle jumping without the proper equipment. Hands down, my favorite part of spring is the baby farm animals. In order to prepare for this adventure, I've selected a blue denim skirt and I think a very fitting bunny t-shirt. Simple, but I think it fits the denim farm girl aesthetic, especially when you add in the red boots. I think braided pigtails are in order, especially if you're going to see little piglets. To achieve the volume of this, I start by doing Dutch braids, which are just like regular braids, but you pull the strands under instead of over. Once I get to the back of my head, I secure with a rubber band where I can easily attach my little ribbons, and from there I flip the ponytail inward and fluff the braids that I've made so far. From there I continue doing a Dutch braid the rest of the way down, again securing with a rubber band and decorating the ends with more ribbons. And now I'm ready to trench through the mud and kiss some baby farm animals. Probably the most underrated spring whimsical activity that you can do is just go on a little nature walk. I adore any walk that has new spring foliage, and to properly prepare, I have selected a white floral skirt and a knitted green top. I love that spring is warm enough to wear a flowy light skirt, but also needing something cozy to still complement it. The hairstyle that I've chosen to match is a simple half updo. I've seen the double braid trend a few different times, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'm set on still trying it out. To accomplish this, simply pull your hair up into a half up ponytail, pulling out any face framing pieces that you want, and then splitting it into 2 sections. You'll braid each section however you like, then add a ribbon at the top to tie it all together. And once you've added some sensible shoes, you're good to go. Now I believe I have properly prepared myself for any whimsical spring activity that may come my way. Which is a very good thing, because next time we see each other, I'm dedicating that video to truly experiencing springtime and all of the wonderful experiences it can offer. I'll see you there.